RM and Kim Taehyung become elite trainees in the military. This story is only in big news.
Trainees during their mandatory military service in South Korea. The news quickly became a hot topic, not only among ARMY, the fandom name of BTS, but also the general public who appreciated their spirit of dedication. These two giants in the entertainment world have now become role models in the military environment, proving that fame doesn't hinder someone from staying humble, disciplined, and giving their best in every role they take on. Amid the harsh adjustments to military life, RM and V didn't just survive, they shone quietly. The South Korean military officially announced that RM and V were selected as elite trainees for showing outstanding performance during their basic training. This title is no ordinary recognition. To earn it, a soldier must excel in various aspects: physical endurance, mental resilience, discipline, and camaraderie. RM, the ever-thoughtful leader of BTS known for his intellect, demonstrated unshaken leadership qualities even under command. He quickly adapted to the new environment and inspired his fellow soldiers through perseverance and unwavering spirit. Meanwhile, V, known for his artistic soul, revealed a different side of himself, a dedicated, empathetic, and disciplined individual throughout the daily military grind. According to a training instructor, the two never sought special treatment or acted differently due to their status. They train like any other soldier. They arrived as celebrities, but they live here as true soldiers. Perhaps most admirable is how RM and V chose not to spotlight their military journey. They carried out their training with sincerity, not seeking media attention. Yet, as the saying goes, a pearl will still shine even if hidden deep in the sea. Stories of their exemplary character emerged not through official statements, but through the testimonies of fellow trainees and instructors. RM was said to frequently help others understand training theories, while V often mediated when tensions arose among peers. Their warmth and empathy were a breath of fresh air amid a grueling routine. Though they couldn't sing on stage or interact with fans as usual, the spirit of BTS lived on in their barracks. The spirit of respect, hard work, and selfless inspiration. One viral story among fans tells how a fellow trainee shared that RM often quoted wise words during nighttime breaks, lifting spirits with meaningful reflections. V, known as a quiet yet warm presence, was reported to clean the barracks alone one night, while others rested early from exhaustion. Acts like these are what made them respected not only as celebrities but as people of remarkable character. Once the news broke, ARMY from around the world flooded social media with love and pride. Hashtags like hashtag #RManVEliteSoldiers and hashtag Proud of You Team Namjoon trended globally, filled with emotional messages. Even in the harshest environments, they remain the best versions of themselves. That's not just a lesson for soldiers, it's a lesson for all of us, wrote a fan from Brazil. Many shared how inspired they felt to be more disciplined in their own lives after witnessing the role models RM and V had become. They proved that sincerity and integrity can shine anywhere, even behind the closed walls of a military barracks. In a world increasingly hardened by selfishness, RM and V's military story serves as a gentle breath of hope. They prove that true success isn't about fame, but about the positive impact you make on others, especially when no one is watching. They had no stage, no spotlight, no managers or glamorous staff. But in the quiet, they showed that BTS's core values, self-love, hard work, and solidarity, can be practiced anywhere. Some local media even dubbed the two as role models of modern youth for how they balance fame and nationalism with grace. RM and V still have several months left before completing their military duties. But with this achievement, they've already written a new chapter, a story of how two global idols shed their stardom and served as humble citizens with honor and devotion. ARMY may miss Taehyung's gentle voice and Namjoon's reflective speeches, but their longing is now paired with deep pride, not just because the two will return as artists, but because they've grown into even stronger, more humble individuals. RM and V have proven that greatness isn't measured by the spotlight one stands in, but by the positive change one quietly spreads. Being named elite trainees isn't just an award, it's proof that they live by principle, even when no cameras are around. And when that day comes, when they return to the world stage with microphones in hand, They won't just return as K-pop stars. They will return as men who have endured and emerged with a deeper, more human kind of glow. For Kim Namjoon and Kim Taehyung, military service wasn't just an obligation. It was a chance to rediscover themselves, to strip away the layers of celebrity, and to learn the quiet strength of living simply, waking before dawn, marching in the cold, eating basic meals, and sleeping without comfort. But amid the harshness of training, their greatness of heart emerged, something not everyone possesses. They never asked for attention, but everyone noticed them because of the positive aura they brought, said one instructor, impressed by their consistent motivation toward others. RM, known as a thinker, used his spare time to write in a small notebook he carried. Fellow soldiers mentioned he sometimes read his reflections aloud at night, poems about loss, hope, or the meaning of loyalty. His words weren't just poetic. They were a balm for many young soldiers missing home. Meanwhile, Taehyung, quiet and steady, led more through action. One night, when a fellow trainee fell ill and couldn't join the next day's drill, Taehyung voluntarily took over his night watch duties, expecting nothing in return. He just smiled and said, "If you need rest, I can help. That's what matters right now," a witness recalled. These two may one day return to their glittering world, but the footprints they left behind in the barracks will live on through the stories of those who trained with them. RM and V show that kindness, care, and respect know no bounds. Even in the toughest military environment, those values can grow and leave a powerful impact. The soldiers who train alongside them left not only with military experience, but with precious life lessons about greatness and simplicity, leading with heart, and being a whole human being in joy and in hardship. "I used to think they were just stars who lived in a different world," said a young soldier. "But now, I see them as older brothers, as role models, and as real people. They made me want to be better." For many artists, military service is seen as a forced hiatus. But for RM and V, it became a moment of personal growth. Fans who have followed their journey can sense a deep shift in how they now view life, time, and human connection. Before enlisting, Taehyung once said in a live stream, "I want to serve as a human being, not as via BTS. I want to allow myself to be silent, to look inward, and to put my heart in order." Now, those words have come true. He has lived as Kim Taehyung, an ordinary soldier, and in that silence, he found real strength. Meanwhile, RM wrote in a letter to fans before leaving, "I'm going not as a leader of BTS, but as a son of this nation. I hope to return stronger, wiser, and more complete." And now, seeing their elite trainee recognition, it's clear they fulfilled that promise to their country